Hello.
Hello. Is that? Can you
How
see
are
me,
we?
Dan? Yeah, you got me. Good, because I'm testing it on the big new computer, like instead of my phone.
All right.
That's my husband Terry. That's Dan.
Well,
Oh, now what? What? About what? Oh,
I've just muted most people. Who we got? We got Michael, Dawn, excellent. Scotty's in. There should be a chat box. Has everybody got a chat box? Just going to wait a couple of minutes, see who else jumps on. All right. So give it a few minutes. All right. Can people see my screen? All right, so we're going to get started. If everyone wants to take themselves off mute and just tell me that they can see my screen or get into the chat box as well.
yeah, mate.
Yep, awesome.
yeah. I can get you, but how do I don't know what this chat box is.
All right, well, don't worry about that. Can you see there's a picture of me with a lion down the side?
Yes, I can see that.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to share this and we're going to get started.
So mute myself. Mute.
Yep, mute yourself, then we're going to get started. So, how you going, guys? My name is Dan from Damage Sync Personal Training. Thank you for the couple that did come along. I didn't want too many for the first one. Anyway, this is my first actual webinar, so I'm just playing with the technology and trying to get everything sorted. And basically what we're doing is, obviously with everything that happens, gyms closing, bars closing, that I lost most of my business, and also the second job too with the bars closing. And then after that, I sort of went and got a couple of days work as a out at a bacon factory, and that drove me insane. And it made me realize that what I really needed to do was get into my online training. So there's a few sort of tools that we've got. One of them being Zoom, okay, which is what I'm trying to use now. So I've just got the free version at the moment. And after this, I'm going to work out what package I need, because I want to do not only just webinars, but I'm going to be doing virtual classes and also virtual one-on-one, so I can still watch technique and get everybody training and make people show up to their sessions while I'm obviously watching them and correcting their technique. So the first thing I was going to do was launch an online challenge, just a 30-day challenge, because I know a lot of people, when it all happens, there wasn't much to do, thrown completely out of their routine, me especially. And, you see all the memes on Facebook about, day drinking, and of course I've just had Easter. There's a lot of been chocolate eating and all the rest of it. So we're going to do an online challenge. Also, special guest, how you going, Dawn? Dawn was actually my first staff member to ever work for me. So she's jumped on board to see what I'm doing, because I've really added a lot to the online platform that I didn't have, and I've really broken it down, the steps to make the online training just as effective, if not in ways more effective than face-to-face training. So that's me in my Good Life shirt. So a little bit of background about me. I was born in Blacktown, New South Wales in Western Sydney. Then I moved to Darwin for 15 years where my personal training career started. Okay, so my hobbies are horse riding and bad guitar. Throughout this challenge, you'll see me go back to, I'm actually a butcher by trade as well. So I'll be talking a lot about meat and types of meat and meat cuts and types of minces. My other qualification is Diploma of Hospitality. That won't matter till the end. I'll show you how to get drunk at the end. Then I was a training officer in the Army Reserves. Basically, it got down to the point where I could either go one way and work for myself as a PT, or I could go the other way and join the Army full time. My passion lined with working for myself. So I sort of started studying about 8 years ago. I've been full time now for about 5 years. So I did online before, but it wasn't as strong as what it is now. So the challenge outcomes for me is I want to launch the Butcher's Training Core, is basically the online part of the business, and it's going to be virtual and online. It's just not going to be phone calls now. It's going to be virtual. So there's going to be like this. There's going to be virtual classes where you sign in. Like I said, we're going to have one-on-one face-to-face training sessions so I can watch everything you're doing. I also wanted to serve my current clients that I had a little bit more, because I'll be able to record a lot of this, and which is also give a sample for you guys that aren't members at the moment that just want to see what's going on. Also wanted to build a community around that, okay? So the challenge outcomes for those that do end up joining, I've got a little bit of marketing to do before then, okay, is we're going to set goals and we're going to eat better and we're going to keep up with our fitness, which most of you have probably lost just with everything that's happened, because we all got thrown out of our routine. I'm going to build a community around that. We're going to make some new friends. We're going to beat the isolation blues, okay? Because it's if you're not working at the moment, trying to find things to do, there's only so many times you can clean your house. The other thing that is, I have been doing this for a long time, and I do have a lot of knowledge in my head that I'd like to pass on to people, okay? And I want you guys to learn as much as you can. So step one, what we're going to do, and this is all going to go into the groups and all the step-by-step. So as I do more marketing over the next couple of days that people can register and just jump in, is the instruction letter I'll probably just put straight onto my profile, okay? And it's going to give you a step-by-step. Everybody that joins is going to have access to some awesome free resources. The inner circle group's going to get access to these slides as well, okay? So step two, for everybody, some of you have probably done this, but this is the best place to start. In the Facebook group, there's a goal-setting video that I'm going to put up that was done by my old coach. And what you really need to do first is set out your goals and action plan. Because if you don't have a roadmap, if you don't know where you want to go, then you're going to get lost along the way. Now, it's only 30 days, and I'm sure at least that we can build those positive habits and get back into a routine. It's really going to help you guys, especially because by the looks of it, this could go on in some way for 6 months. Even though they might be talking about lightening restrictions in some ways, there's still going to be no international travel probably for 18 months to 2 years. And there's going to be some kind of restrictions while they work out what they're going to do. So I'm not starting it till Friday, so it's going to give everybody the chance to do this, because if you go through the steps, it's going to make everything a whole lot easier, okay? So there's going to be a video for you to watch for this, and then also the template is going to be in the group as well. Step 3, morning and evening rituals. So, and I'll write it in the instruction letter. Go to Damage Sync TV and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've done some videos for the morning and evening rituals. So on and off for the last week or two, I've started getting up and I've been doing my apple cider vinegar, my lemon juice, and my black coffee. And then I've been going for a walk and sort of getting my heart rate up and setting my mindset and getting it ready for the day. And then there's an evening process where I have some lemon water, some Metamucil. And it's basically about clearing out your system and giving you vitamins to help your recovery and helping you sleep better as well. If you're not going to the toilet properly, if you're not sleeping better, and I go on about it a lot, okay, then nothing else is going to work and you're not going to feel motivated to go and do some workouts, okay? We want to try and get that exercise 4 or 5 times a week and try and get everybody back to normal, some type of routine Monday to Friday, because the further you get out of those routines, the harder it's going to be to get back into those routines. Step 4, get the diet plan. Once again, it's in the group. There's going to be a diet plan template and a shopping list template, okay? It's just a simple diet plan. It's more about, once again, getting you to start making more positive choices. I know right now it's easy to get Uber Eats. As I put this webinar up, I got a message from Domino's, of course, popped up, and it's really easy because there's so much food getting around. I know we want to support restaurants, but people are just eating crap all the time, and now a lot of people have at least got more time to eat better and cook for themselves. Okay? Step 5. So because everything's got to be at home, I can't just throw the old programs up that I've got, because not everybody has barbells, not everybody's got a home gym set up. Some people do. I've got some power bands and stuff like that I use. So at the start of every week, I'm going to put up a workout of the week, and I'm going to set up like a weekly sort of program of stuff that everybody that joins can do as a baseline at home, okay? Because once again, we want to build those habits. We want to get people up and active and eating better, okay? I'm also going to do some free virtual classes for everybody as well, and I'm going to record those so people in the inner circle can use them whenever they want to. And also the current clients also have access to the My PT Hub, which has also got a lot more scope for me to tailor make programs to them personally. Step 6, take photos. Okay, this is going to be a bit daunting. You don't need to show me if you don't want to. Okay, front photo, side photo, back photo, measurements, neck, chest, arms, waist, hip, thigh. Write them, record them, take a photo. Weigh in if you can. A lot of people don't have scales at home. I'm pretty sure we don't. The weight isn't really the purpose, okay? It's more seeing changes in the bodies and building those habits, because it's not just 30 days, but it's also going past and really getting strong results. And measurements matter more than what's actually showing in the scales. I find if people weigh themselves, then they'll weigh themselves every week, every day. And then if it doesn't change, you won't see the changes as drastic than if you took a weigh-in at, say, the start and finish. So we more would like to get those measurements, okay, because that's what's going to change the most and really keep you motivated to keep going, okay? So we've got a couple of free gifts that everybody's going to get. Like I said, we're going to have the goal-setting template, the meal plan and shopping list templates, the at-home programs I'm going to give you weekly, okay, and I'm going to make sure that basically everybody can do those. In the group, I've also got a challenge recipe book, okay, that's just going to give you some ideas, because that really is probably the hardest thing, deciding what you're going to eat. And so, you know, if you see a recipe you like, hopefully you can get most of the ingredients. I know the shopping centres, at least in Australia, are starting to return to normal. I'm not sure about Qatar, and I'm not sure about, I'm pretty sure everything, unless you're in one of the countries really affected, everything is starting to come back to normal, including toilet paper. So no one will be in the shit. So the start date I'm looking at is actually this Friday. And I'm looking at, once I worked out what package I need on this particular software, and doing a virtual class on that Friday. So I'll get everybody to be up, standing in their lounge rooms with their device computer in front of them, move your lounge chairs away. We'll probably do a cardio or a core class or something just to give me the practice before we get into it. And I'm basically going to be doing the class and going through all the steps. And it's going to be something nice and simple to start off with, but it will be interactive, and you will be able to see me jumping around an idiot. And the only other people that will be able to see you is everybody else that's just on the webinar. And they'll be too busy working out as well. So don't be afraid to jump on, join in, and have a laugh and have some fun. Okay? So over the next few days, I want you to go and drink your beer. And there's a spelling mistake. I'll fix that. And eat all your crappy food and get rid of it, okay? Because I know there's probably a lot of beer and chocolate left and whatever's left in the house. So go and get rid of it and go and spend the next couple of days getting your tasks set up so that you can be ready for Friday. The reason I'm starting on a Friday is because it's before the weekend. So we're trying to get through that first weekend without playing up. The other thing is because the date it finishes will be on a Saturday night. And because it finishes on a Saturday night, then I'm also going to do a webinar where we all sit around, we have a few drinks and we eat some crappy food and we have a laugh at probably the mistakes I made and the dumb shit I did while I was on camera in my lounge room, looking like an idiot. Something else I wanted to do, and this will be for as they register as well, is all those guys that aren't members, is I'm going to give them a free bonus, 2 free online virtual PT sessions valued at $99. Okay, so this will basically give everybody a free sample of what the one-on-one online and virtual will look like and how it differs to something like this. I'm eventually going to have a little group timetable set up and have some group fitness and some one-on-one stuff, because with the Zoom, the one-on-one stuff is still face-to-face, and when you don't want to work out, I will still make you because you still have an appointment to show up. And that's what's happened to a lot of people, is because there's no reason, there's nobody making them get up and doing it, then it's hard to get motivated to work out. So through this system, we'll still be able to get people, you'll know you'll have to turn up. There'll be other people doing it in the groups, or there'll be me telling you, working you on your technique, making sure you're doing it properly, making sure you go harder, making sure we get your heart rate up, and making sure that we can really get you some kind of result over the next 30 days, but also into the future, so that when we come out of whatever the hell's going on, that we're fitter and stronger and ready to get back into it, rather than just letting all those habits going and then, being overweight and feeling like crap over the next couple of days, the next couple of months. So there's a little bit that I will get the guys to do. And over the next few days, I'm going to have an event with registration. So I can email people stuff as well. The Zoom program, once I get the right package, there's going to be registrations for the webinar. So it's all going to be private. So it's not going to be like it's all on public. At least not the group classes. They will be private, so it will only be the people on the webinar and nobody else can come and see. On the virtual classes, nobody else will be on them. The webinars like this that I'll do, I'll be sharing to Facebook for people that want to watch on Facebook, because there was one person that had problem with Zoom. So when I upgrade, people will be able to watch it through Facebook as well. But the virtual classes are going to be in a private setting. So the one-on-one is just me and the client, and the group sessions are just whoever's on that group session. Plus, you'll only be jumping around in your own lounge room or outside or wherever you are as well, okay? So that was just a quick one because I really needed practice using this software. So were there any questions? Dawn will probably have a chat after this because we'll go through more and I'll show you what I'm doing with Zoom and all that sort of stuff. Michael, Susan, Adam, you want to take yourselves off mute?
Yep. So my question is, I worked Friday. So
you work. So you're at work normally, are you?
Yes, I work normally Friday.
And you
I finish 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I start again 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Okay, so what I'll be doing is probably putting it in a pre-dinner evening anyway.
Oh, yes.
So that people like you can attend.
Mm-hmm.
I this time slot, 7 o'clock, was probably also hard for people to get to. Information webinars I'll probably have to do 8 o'clock after. And classes I'll probably have to put on probably earlier. Michael, what time? You're still working from home, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So I still have obviously the same commitments as if I was in the office. So particularly with what job I do. So as you know,
So you would finish at what, 5:30?
4. It depends. So there's in a few weeks because this days I'm gonna have to be on phones all day, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there's one day I'll be on the phone for a long day shift. So yeah. Which is
So if I sort of looked at something that sort of 4:35, 5:30, and then people could do a session and then go and eat dinner. Dawn, what time is it in Qatar right now?
It's 7-hour time difference.
Are you? So it's still daylight there, yeah?
It's lunchtime. So it's 12:22 here. So 7 hours difference.
So it'd probably be like at 10 a.m. for you, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. It's not like I got anything else to do.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that I only work Monday and Friday, so I can Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm more flexible.
Oh, there'll be more class times after next Friday. Yeah. I'm just doing the first one on Friday.
Oh, this one on Friday. Yeah. Well, yeah, I work till 1 o'clock and then again start 5 to 6.
Yeah.
This Friday's my birthday. Next Friday's my birthday. So.
What, the 17th?
Yeah.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
So do you want to do a workout and then start drinking?
No.
Hey, Benny, I'm going to send you this this slideshow after this, okay? So most of you are probably already members of the group. So what I'm going to do is put the instructions up tomorrow morning. Like I said, this was all about just me getting used to the software.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have a registration link tomorrow as well.
Have you looked into doing Skype maybe or using that?
With the recording of the classes, so far it seems to be better to use Zoom because I can it records it straight away, and there's also for a webinar like this on the whatever like platform I get that I pay for, I'll be able to share it straight to Facebook as well. So with the group classes that I'll do, I'll also have a catalogue of classes that members are going to have constant access to as well. Yeah, so there's just a lot more you can do with Zoom on top of just having a meeting, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So, like, hopefully this one's recorded now and I'll be able to share it as well. Okay?
Mhm.
So does anybody else want to know anything else?
Yes, I wanted to know, so after Friday at 6 o'clock, are you going to do a time slot in the evening to aerobics and that? Or whatever? Like, it's just trying to work out other things in my life.
Yeah. So there'll be, there might be 2 or 3 classes each week that everybody gets access to, and they'll be at different times.
Yeah.
So you can at least get to one or two.
All right.
Plus, you'll also have the workout of the week that I'll put on a Monday. So you'll still have workouts you can do by yourself every day.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So you'll have classes like a couple of times during the day, and then you do your own workout.
So there'll be workouts put up for everybody to do by themselves.
Yeah.
There'll be a meeting each week to see how everybody went. And then there'll be a couple of classes each week as well.
And the classes, will they be at set times? Or?
Yeah, they'll be at set times. They could change each week because I'll try and make it so different people can get involved at different times, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else?
How's Dawn going to help us?
The internet.
Well, she's all the way at the guitar. And the internet's wonderful, hey?
Dawn's in the group, so
Oh,
because you and Dawn are pretty close to the same demographic, I'm sure if you asked a question that Dawn would be able to answer you.
oh, Dawn's going to do the exercises too.
Well, if she wants to, but she's going to watch me and see how she likes the platform, and she's just going to learn because I'm
Watch and have a good laugh afterwards.
Yeah, she's probably going to laugh at me.
Is Dawn a PT?
Yes, those.
Yes, Dawn used to work for me.
Oh, yeah. And do you remember, Dan, I've done an online program with you before?
There's a little bit more to it than that.
I didn't do very good on it.
Most of that was accountability. With the one-on-one program now, because we do have a meeting where you have to show up in your fitness gear and you have to do your exercise, I make you. Yeah. When it was just phone calls, the old system, and this is probably the good thing about the whole situation is it's evolved online virtual PT by about 10 years in the last couple of years.
Zoom. Yeah, Zoom's helped. Yeah.
So the whole program's evolved and it's far more effective online now, which is why I use Zoom, because I can also record your workouts and send them to you for you to have a look at so you remember what you did, and then you can go back and do those workouts again.
Oh, good.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do, guys, is that was half an hour, which was perfect. It's probably dinner time for most people and lunchtime for Dawn. So thank you for the couple that did show up. It was really good. I just needed a couple of people to just show up so I could see how it goes and see how the recording goes as well. And then I've got a bit of work to do over the next few days to put in some more systems. So keep an eye on the group. I know most of you are already in it, and I'm going to put some more information in there, and then we're going to get started on Friday, okay?
Am I in the group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure you're in the group now, okay, Susan?
Okay, thank you.
No worries. All right, well, thank you very much. Go and have a great evening, and keep an eye on the group, and I'll see you all Friday.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Dan.
Thank
Bye, Dawn and
you.
Bye. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Leaving.
Dan. Thanks, Dawn.
Bye. Leaving. Bye.
See you later.